Why can't they hear my audio? Hey everyone, how you doing? So Zoom 101, it's all about the audio. If people cannot hear you clearly, they will tune you out. They will turn it off. They will not be interested. Visuals are important, but audio is absolutely key. Now, if you are playing music into Zoom, maybe through Ecamm or OBS or something like that, you have to understand how Zoom handles audio. So we're going to talk about that today for just a few minutes. We're going to talk about why people may not be able to hear your sound effects if you're using sound effects, or music if you're playing music, or if you've got a video from YouTube that you're playing, all those different things. Now, if you are screen sharing in Zoom, turn this video off. You don't need this. That's a whole other thing, because when you screen share in Zoom, there's a little checkbox at the bottom that says optimize for video, and that will automatically turn on the audio from your computer and bring that into the Zoom. This is strictly for people like me who use Ecamm or OBS or any of these other tools to get your video and your stuff into Zoom. Okay, so you're not screen sharing. All right, let's jump into it. We're going to start in our Zoom settings. Okay, now if you go into your Zoom settings and then you click on audio right over here, you will see that there are different audio profiles. There are 3 different audio profiles. There's Zoom optimized audio, and you have a bunch of different options here. There is original sound for musicians, which some of you have probably heard of, if not all of you. And then there's live performance audio. This, by the way, assumes that you're on the latest release from Zoom. Okay, Zoom optimized audio. What this means is, this is where 99% of people should live. You should just leave this on. What this means is that Zoom is going to take care of any background noise, distraction, stuff like that that's happening around you. It's going to kind of weed some of that out, some the road noise, air conditioning noise, children in the background, and it's going to focus on just your voice. It's also, if you use Zoom optimized audio, it's also going to adjust the gain, the volume of your voice so that it's loud enough so everyone in Zoom can hear you. Okay? That's Zoom optimized audio. Now, that's what I use, again, like 99% of the time. And the truth is that you can still hear audio from Ecamm or other places if you change the suppression level. If you leave it on auto, you're not going to hear any of that other stuff. But if I have it on low, I always keep it on low. That means I don't want it to suppress too much, right? It's going to suppress faint background sound, or it's going to let faint background sound through. I'm not sure exactly how they how to read this, but I want it on low. Okay. What that means is that some of my audio will come through pretty well, actually. Now, I'm not going to play guitar or pump some really vital audio information in using the Zoom optimized audio, but it has worked for me in the past. If you want to make sure that all of your audio, without Zoom touching it, is going to come into your Zoom meeting, you want to turn on original sound for musicians. Now, I just want to show you something real quick, okay? Check out, I'm in a Zoom meeting now, and I just want you to kind of see what it looks like over here. There's nothing there, all right? You can see I have my mic off and stuff like that, but there's nothing right there. Now, I'm going to go back in to the Zoom settings, and I'm going to click original sound for musicians. As soon as I do that, what I see in Zoom changes. Now, original sound for musicians, and it says off. All I've done is enable the feature in my settings. We're going to talk about how to get it on and off, and potentially easy way to get that done in just a second. But let's jump back into the settings for a moment. Okay, so here we are in our settings. When I turn on original sound for musicians, I get 3 new options here: high fidelity music mode, echo cancellation, and stereo audio. I'm not smart enough to understand most of these. What I have been doing myself is turning on high fidelity, I want the best quality. Turning on echo cancellation, I wear earbuds, so I'm not sure that this would even be necessary, to be honest with you. But I keep it on, doesn't hurt. I do not turn on stereo audio because I don't think anyone that is coming to me is listening to me in stereo. That's original sound for musicians. All I did in the settings here is turn the setting on. I just enabled the feature. Okay, I have not turned it on. The last one, live performance audio, I have a video up about that somewhere. I don't remember where. I had some fun with it a while back. It's pretty cool. Actually, I haven't actually used it for anything real, but it is pretty cool. All right, so I've got my original sound on. Now, let's head back over into the meeting that I have set up here. Now I've got it set up. Now, if I want to enable it, if I want to use this in my meeting, all I have to do is bring my mouse up here and click it. It's on now. Okay? Now what this has done is it's now going to stop checking the level of my voice. I'm going to have to make sure that my mic is loud enough or soft enough or whatever. The music is balanced, right, with my mic. I'm going to have to be responsible for all of that. Zoom is not going to take care of the gain volume of my mic. And what that often means, by the way, is that if you turn this on, you will be softer in your Zoom meeting. Zoom very often boosts the level of your audio. And so when you click this, you will probably hear, or other people will probably hear, your microphone level being softer. And you can then just turn that up. It also means that now any audio that you are sending into Zoom through a virtual microphone or through, a mixer or an audio interface, all that is now going to just flow in. Zoom is not going to try and stop any of that. That also means that your air conditioning sound and the road outside and everything else is going to come in. So if you are going to use this, you're going to want to make sure that you treat your room a little bit, or that you don't have a lot of that audio coming in from outside. Okay. It's really not that complicated. So you enable it in the system, in your Zoom preferences, and then you click that thing at the top to turn on. Now, having to click that thing at the top every meeting is annoying. It is not sticky. That is to say, if you turn it on in one meeting, it's not going to stay that way in the next meeting. Sometimes it won't even stay that way when you come in from a breakout room. It's annoying. And especially if you need to, I don't recommend this, changing it mid-meeting. If you want you want Zoom to optimize the audio for the speaking portion, but then you're playing a video and you want to turn on turn on original audio. I don't think I would do that. When I use original audio, I turn on for the whole meeting. That way I can make sure my levels are where they are and everything sounds good. But if you do need to kind of toggle that every once in a while, it's kind of a pain to have to move your mouse up into the top left corner, click that button. So Zoom Cuts, which I did a video on a couple weeks ago, Zoom Cuts has a hotkey to enable, to turn on or off original sound. Now, it works for me sometimes, but not all the time. And right now it's not working. I'm pressing my button and it is not triggering. I don't know why. I don't know if I broke it because I don't know how to use shortcuts. I'm not sure if this is a Zoom Cuts thing. Remember, Zoom Cuts is that new Zoom client that capitalizes on Apple shortcuts so that you can do lots of things really quickly that you can't do in the native client. So it's not working for me, and I don't know why. But in a hypothetical world, certainly when this functionality from Zoom Cuts is integrated into the regular Zoom, you will be able to just press a button on your Stream Deck or use a hotkey or anything like that to turn that on and off. I said it a couple weeks ago when I did the Zoom Cuts video, and I will still say it now. It's worth downloading Zoom Cuts. You can get it at liminalet.com. It's worth playing around with it, seeing if you can get it to work. Anyone who's interested in setting up that shortcut, it's very easy. You drag one thing over in the Shortcuts app, and I'm still pressing my button, hoping that it'll work, and it's not going to work. So if you're bringing audio in from Ecamm or OBS or any of these other sources into Zoom, Zoom is trying to help. Don't get angry at Zoom. Zoom is trying to help by optimizing your audio. If you're going to do something fancy schmancy, like bring in sound effects or bring in music or bring in whatever, you need to thank Zoom for its help, but say not right now. And the way you do that is you go into your settings, you enable original audio for musicians. I would turn it to low, your background suppression to low. And then because you want, naturally you want some of the, oh, sorry, that's in the Zoom optimized. In Zoom optimized, set it to low. That way, if you forget to turn on original audio, some of that audio will still come through. In Zoom audio, original audio, turn on high fidelity, turn on echo cancellation, especially if you're not wearing earbuds, turn on echo cancellation. I wouldn't worry too much about stereo audio. And then in the meeting itself, in the top left corner, click on that, and hopefully you can download Zoom Cuts and you'll have better luck than I will have. I'm still pressing my button and nothing's happening. So that's how you get the audio in. I see so many people posting about how frustrating it is that people can't hear their audio, especially when they're running it in from Ecamm. They've spent all this time setting it up in Ecamm. They have great audio, great video, and then people can't hear it correctly. It's because Zoom is trying to help. And you just have to say, no, thank you. That's all. If you want more tips like this, you can learn all about all the different things that I'm offering, all the videos I have on my website, TorahTechGuy.com. Always happy to hang out and help. If you want to set up a time, just let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day, and let's get zooming. Bye, everyone.